Meet Monkey. He spends his days covered in grease, fixing coconut cars to earn a living. At the end of a long, hard week, his labor earns him exactly 1 monkey buck. That single buck translates cleanly into physical reward. When Monkey goes to Trader Macaque's stand, he trades that 1 bill for 1 massive, perfectly ripe bunch of premium bananas. The transaction is simple, reliable, and predictable. This animated diagram illustrates what economists call purchasing power. It shows how 1 unit of currency perfectly balances against a set amount of physical goods. You know exactly what your money is worth today, and you can trust what it will be worth tomorrow. Because of that reliability, Monkey makes a very rational choice. He doesn't spend everything he earns. Instead, he takes his extra bucks and stuffs them securely under his mattress, confident that his stored wealth is safe over time. A healthy, functioning economy relies on this exact dynamic. The currency acts as a stable, honest ledger, accurately tracking the real physical value produced by hard work. But zoom out from the local banana stand, and things get a little more complicated. Up at the Capitol, Mayor Monkey has decided he needs a massive, solid gold statue of himself erected in the town square. There is just one problem. The government treasury is completely empty. The state does not possess the actual physical wealth required to buy the gold or pay the builders to construct it. Normally, a government pays for things through taxation, taking wealth directly from citizens. But handing over hard-earned bucks for a politician's vanity project makes everyday monkeys very angry. It guarantees immediate political backlash. So when a government wants to spend wealth it doesn't have, and it knows direct taxes will cause a revolt, it looks for alternative methods. It needs a way to acquire purchasing power silently, without ever explicitly sending a tax collector to Monkey's door. The mayor's hidden solution is a financial mechanism known as quantitative easing. Instead of balancing a budget, the central authority simply turns on a massive printing press. They bypass the need for physical wealth entirely, creating new, unbacked currency out of thin air. This freshly printed money doesn't stay locked in the Capitol. It floods the entire jungle economy. Suddenly, cash is raining from the canopy, dropping straight into the hands of citizens. In the short term, this creates a euphoric economic boom. Everyone is ecstatic. Their pockets are suddenly overflowing with crisp new bills, and the entire population feels incredibly wealthy. The natural reaction to this sudden windfall is immediate consumption. Every newly rich citizen sprints straight to the market, cash in hand, eager to buy up all the premium goods they couldn't afford yesterday. But this high is an illusion. It is entirely nominal. The society has significantly more paper bills floating around, but no one has actually labored to produce any new, tangible value. Down at the market, physical reality begins to reassert itself. Trader Macaque is standing behind his stall, looking at his usual finite inventory of daily bananas. He is suddenly faced with a chaotic, swarming crowd of customers waving fists full of cash. The demand has multiplied exponentially overnight, but his physical supply of fruit is strictly limited. This animated chart shows the core mathematical friction driving the impending crisis. The bar on the left represents the money supply, which skyrockets after the printing press turns on. The bar on the right is the physical supply of bananas, which remains completely flat. A central authority can print infinite amounts of paper currency, but it absolutely cannot print physical resources. And when an expanding money supply collides with a static supply of goods, the math forces an unavoidable economic correction. To avoid running out of stock in 5 minutes, Trader Macaque does the only logical thing a merchant can do against this massive supply-demand imbalance. He aggressively marks up the price of his goods. So when our hard-working monkey finally reaches the front of the line, eager to spend his life savings of $10, he doesn't get a mountain of food. He gets exactly 1 single banana. This brings us back to our balance scale. A massive pile of new cash hits the left side, violently tipping it and destroying the purchasing power of each bill against the static bananas. Monkey lost no physical bills. His buying power was mathematically diluted. This is why inflation acts as an invisible tax. The government successfully funded its shiny gold statue, but they paid for it by silently siphoning the purchasing power straight out of everyday citizen savings. It proves a harsh reality. In an economy running on a money printer, blindly saving cash guarantees a steady loss of wealth.